So it is library sale day, y'all. I don't know if there'll be a lot of crowds, and it is masks and social distancing and all that kind of good stuff. So, but I'll at least be doing my haul and just sharing an excitement. I think it's always great to Google search library sales near me and see what's going on, because I usually find that there is something, within at least an hour of me. So here we go. So here's my little spoils. I'll do a full haul when I'm at home. But here's the library used book sale. It was fantastic, but so crowded. So they are constantly putting out more books. So I think I might come back Thursday. Hey, beautiful people. My name's Kristen. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I've never actually attempted a book vlog before, like kind of filming some as I go with reading a book, and we're going to give it a go. I am in the process of moving, and I kind of need to start a new book to read a couple chapters as rests and breaks and clearing my mind, because I'm actually doing one of those things where I've got enough time to sort things as I pack and, give away or throw away things as I go. And it's kind of mentally draining. and reading is a lovely outlet to kind of break that up. So I am going to start reading Frederick Bachman's Anxious People. So I don't know a whole lot about this, but I look forward to kind of diving in and using this. I adore his writing, his just kind of the quirky little things he'll say to set things up and kind of talk to us as the readers in between. And I just love the way that he paints the pictures of his towns and people so that they feel very just tangibly real and kind of gritty but lovable. Like, even if they have a harder edge, I just find his characters and writing styles of characters just particularly lovely. And I'm a character driven kind of paced girl for the most part. So that is just really exciting. So I am getting to go out to lunch with a friend today. I have a Zoom conference seminar, and I've got packing. So in between each of those, I'm going to try to read some and hopefully come back and share with you my first impressions. It will be spoiler free. When I get near the end of this whole video, I will decide if I'm going to add that in, but I will definitely give you warning if I do. But I'm going to try to do the whole thing spoiler free. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to get a cup of tea, and then I'm going to pack one box, and then I think I'm going to read like the first 30 to 60 pages depending on how chapters are in this book. So, got hot already. So actually, most of the boxes that I pulled down were my son's, because we renovated our split level basement into an apartment, and then his room downstairs was actually a little bit smaller than the one upstairs, so he has about 5 or 6 boxes of his. So I put them in his living room and asked him to kind of go through, and if he would divide them into the baby childhood keepsakes, I could package those up and move them into long-term storage, but I don't want to take his things that maybe he wants access to. So I did find 10 Tupperware containers that are mine. Mostly they're pictures, like old school pictures, like photo albums. And I was just thinking, like, this next generation, they're not going to have all these boxes. You know, it's going to be digital on a little stick. So that's really nice, but I am not at all prepared to throw out or downsize too much my photos. So it's really just going to be a matter of looking at them, sorting them. But look at this baby. I know some of y'all will really appreciate this. I got this in college when I was like 20 at a Renaissance fair, and it's got wire in it. So, and the tail is completely wire, so you can like wrap it around your body and like wear it as an accessory with your cloak and costume. Oh, it's just the detail. I mean, I was a college student, so the like $110 or whatever this was monumentally expensive at the time, but I still just love it. He's a little dusty, but I'm wondering if maybe I can find a place for him in my new home, but I'm definitely not getting rid of him, because if nothing else, there's Renaissance fairs in Texas. I totally dress up for those. Anybody else do that? I've got a winch, a pirate, a elf. I've got the ears for an elf. I did have a fairy that was all scarves, and a barbarian, which was made from a bikini and actual skins, but I'm too old for those two. We've retired and passed those on. Let me see if there's anything else in this box. Oh, I think this might be my child's plate. Yes, this is my son's handprint. I wasn't sure where that had gone to, so I'm glad to see that. So yeah, I think I'm going to pause now that I've gone through those boxes and kind of picked out the couple that I want to start with, and do a little reading. So we're going to read. Okay, 1, the camera's obnoxiously unbalanced. 2, my backdrops are just going to be unappealing but very real life in process of moving. But this book, just let me read the first paragraph, because that's not a spoiler, right? It says, a bank robbery, a hostage drama, a stairwell full of police officers on their way to storm an apartment. It was easy to get to this point, much easier than you might think. All it took was one single really bad idea. This story is about a lot of things, but mostly about idiots. So it needs saying from the outset that it's always very easy to declare that other people are idiots, but only if you forget how idiotically difficult being human is. Okay, I just had to. That's just, okay. So I went Pokemon Go with my son for a little over an hour, and we actually were walking by the courthouse, so he got to do his voting. I've already voted a couple weeks ago as soon as early voting happened because of the move. I won't be here exactly on election day. Um, yeah, and then I had lunch with a friend, so it was a good break. I've come home. I'm going to go to do my errands out, dropping off post office and grocery, but I'm going to read for 20 minutes. Beautiful fall foliage. It's not as brilliant as it normally is. I'm not sure why. Something about temperatures and how much rain, all that kind of good stuff, but it's still a very pretty drive. Lovely countryside, beautiful sunny day. I totally recorded a whole bunch and then realized the camera wasn't on. Yeah, it's that kind of day. So it's the next day, and I just got back from a lovely drive in the countryside to go pick up about $70 worth of boxes and packing material from our moving company. Pack some of the oversized things. Yesterday I got about 100 pages. I'm on page 104, and I'm really enjoying it. It's that style of writing where it just kind of like is having a conversation and a reporting session, and it's interesting because it is talking about the bank robbery, but then it goes into details behind the scenes of all the different characters and kind of does a little reporting style with interviews with the police and whatnot. So we know that not everybody dies right away. So that's a plot. I don't want to spoil the book again, not going to give away a lot of stuff, but just going to see if I can read a little bit more today, do a little packing up, and get on with it. Thanks. So I did actually in the evening go back and read just a tad bit more of the book, but my husband came home not feeling very well, and he actually went into the doctor, urgent care, and got tested, and it's all negative. It just got a really bad cold and not feeling well, so that was good, but I basically spent the evening with him is the short is the story behind the story. So today I had to take my car in to get, actually it's my son's car, to get it state inspected because I'm getting it ready for him to take back to college. So I finished the book, and I'm going to keep it spoiler free. You can see my monthly reviews for a little bit more about what it's about, but basically it's a bank robbery. It's a story about the hostage crisis that came out of the bank robbery, and mostly he tells us right at the beginning, it's a story about idiots and about all the people. And that was the part that I kind of struggled just a little bit with, is it just felt really kind of overdone and unbelievable, but even then in the end it kind of pulls it all together, and I just really appreciate his narrative and writing style. And if you like that kind of thing and you find it funny, which I do, I highly recommend this book for that. The characters are just kind of fun, and it's very unrealistic. I will say that, very unrealistic. I like 2 or 3 times I was like going, yeah, I'm totally not buying that would actually be what somebody would do or say, but I can appreciate in the scope of what Bachman's trying to say, or what message he's creating, and I'm willing to, it's like when you're watching the movie of James Bond kind of thing, you're willing to go with it. So
Anxious People, good book. I would say it's a solid 4 star for me because I love the writing. I didn't know everything that was going to happen, but yeah, I was expecting things to be more realistic, I guess is the word. So, but it was sweet, and he does a beautiful job of just kind of philosophizing about the world and life and how things should be, which I really deeply appreciate. So that's my reading vlog, and my son's car stayed inspected, and I did a little driving, little box picking up, a little walking, and Pokemoning and all those kind of things this week. So I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me. I don't know if I will ever attempt this again, but let me know in the comments what you've been up to, if you do any of these same things that I've been doing, or if you've read this book and what you think about it. If you're going to do spoilers, though, put a little spoiler connotation so it doesn't ruin it surprisingly for anybody. Y'all have an awesome, blessed day. Take care.